generations are these kind of broad constructs. There isn't really a clear definition that separates somebody who is millennial versus Gen Z.
Are there common misconceptions about employee sentiment that aren't proven out in the data?
There are a lot of misconceptions about generations in general. And you hear this when people talk about, for example, job hopping, or they talk about the loyalty that people have to their employers. And by and large, like a lot of that data just isn't really borne out. So if you have somebody who's Gen Z who graduated in 2019, their experience is going to be very different with the job market compared to somebody who graduated just a year later in 2020. And then their experience is going to be different from somebody who graduated in 2021 or 2022 when the job market was a lot hotter. And then again, in 2023 onwards, the job market has cooled down a lot. And so you have these 4 different categories all across the span of just a few years. To go back for a second and talk about this idea of job hopping, it turns out that the reason for that is not really a generational difference. It's more due to the fact that these workers are just younger. And when you're younger, you job hop more because you're trying to figure out what your long-term career is going to be, what industry, what field is a good fit for you. And in fact, that is healthy behavior. I think that the younger generations tend to get a bad rap. They tend to get blamed for a lot of these things that are mostly a function of the stage of life that they're in.